I'm on meal number 2 here. And it's a very simple meal. Ground beef, sweet potatoes, and green beans. And every time I hear people say that they don't have time to meal prep, I want to stab myself in the eye with a pencil, because it's really not that complicated. Weight loss, losing fat, building muscle is really not that complicated at all. The problem is you make it complicated by, well, there's like probably 9 things that you do, maybe even less, that you keep on doing that's causing you more pain and angst and unsuccessful attempts at losing body fat or transforming your body. Really isn't that simple. Or it really is that simple, and it's not that complicated. The problem is just sticking to and being disciplined and being regimented and structured with the simple process. So it's simple things done at nausea, just over and over and over. Not really nauseous, but you know what I mean. It's like you're doing the same basic stuff over and over and over. It gets boring. But I've been doing this similar meal for 20 years now. It's not complicated. I go to Costco once a week and I figure out what I want to eat, what meats I want to eat, and what starches I want to eat, and what greens I want to eat. And I go home and I cook them. And it probably takes me an hour and a half to do both, to go get it and to bring it home and to cook it per week. So it's not that complicated. It's not that intense. And every week I change my protein up. Every week I change my vegetable up. Every week maybe I change my starch up if I want to. If I want to stick with sweet potatoes for a while, I'm going to stick with sweet potatoes for a while. And vice versa with the beef and the green beans. I will if I want to go, obviously there's different micronutrients, so you want to change up your foods because there's different micronutrients in different foods, right? But ultimately, it's not that complicated. So this is my second meal of the day, and I should add that I probably do this once a day, and I have an egg meal once a day in the morning, and then I have, maybe I'll do this twice, maybe once, depending on how my day looks, but this is, 5:30, and I'm having this meal right now. I had already a snack egg meal, and I had an egg white and whole egg omelet with my breakfast, and then I'll have some protein sprinkled in throughout the day, and then I'll do a nice protein pudding in the evening. But I'm old school. I keep it anywhere from 3 to 4 whole meals like this, and then 2 to 3 snacks throughout my day. And I say snack. A snack for me is a protein bar. A snack for me is 2 whole eggs with maybe a banana. That's like a snack meal, because it's not like a heavier nutrient or a heavier calorie meal like this. This would be like a meal, right? This is, probably 500 to 600 calories. A snack is anywhere from, 200 to 300 calories, depending on the day, depending on, what I have going on. But right now, I just came off, last year I was in, really great shape. At the end of the year, I competed. Body fat was too low for too long of a time, but that's where I wanted it to be competitive, and I felt great. And I don't regret any of it. But there was some blood work that came back, and it's really you're not in a healthy state when you're at 3% body fat. And I should post that video up. With that said, I'm trying to keep my body fat down because I never want to get too out of shape. There is no bulking for me anymore because I'm 46 years old. I don't bulk up. I do have periods where I'm a little bit heavier, and then seasons where I'm a little bit lighter, but I don't bulk up anymore. We just came back from the summer shredding. I was a judge, awesome show, and I will create a video on that. But a lot of the young kids came off stage and they were asking questions. We met at Alpha Land the day after, just talking to the competitors, and a lot of them were asking or telling me about how they approach their competition and how much they bulked up. and they were, asking if they should do like a clean bulk or a dirty bulk. I said, you shouldn't bulk at all. You should stay within 10 to 12 pounds of your competition weight all the time. And that's something that I learned early on, because I used to balloon up. I used to be, 30, 40, maybe even 50 pounds above competition weight in the off season. And those of you who don't compete, maybe you're just 50 pounds overweight. But if you're a competitor, you don't put extra 50 pounds on and expect to gain muscle during that. You will gain a little bit of muscle, but you don't need that extra fat in order to build muscle. You can still build muscle just by bringing your body fat up a little bit. I don't like to go above 10%. I think 10% for me is like max. I try to stay with 8 to 9%. 10% is like the cap. Anything more than that, I just don't feel right. I don't care if I can fill out a shirt and look bigger in a shirt, because when I take my shirt off at night, that's what really counts, how I look in the mirror, and I don't like how I look when I get too heavy. So, in order to keep my body fat low, in order to keep my blood work in check, or at least healthy, I like to maintain a lower body fat percentage. I drifted a little bit with this conversation. It started with, a healthy way to lose weight, and people who make it complicated when they're talking about their nutrition. And I've been trying to do some more of these little mini vlogs based upon periods of my day and things that I do, and this is one of them. So I think I had another thing to say, but I can't think of it right now. So I'm probably gonna stop this video and then keep it moving. With that said, I'm in my podcast room right now, and tonight I'm knocking down this wall and I'm gonna blow it out and make it a bigger podcast room. And we're also getting an in-body here, and for the members to do body fat testing. And this is gonna be like a better, I shouldn't say better, it's gonna be a bigger podcast studio. So I'll be able to put these videos out, have guests, and not feel like I'm in a little cave when I'm doing it. And that's it. Believe in yourself, trust the process, practice patience. Don't overcomplicate your nutrition. And that's it. Peace.